You know, I am an investment advisor representative. I do have a securities license. And I sit across the table from people, when you manage someone's accounts, and the burden is on you to make sure they make it all the way to end of life, and that their funds do not run dry. And I'll tell you, when you're facing someone and you're looking them across the aisle, you realize that burden. It weighs on you. And when your clients' portfolios go down, you feel the pain. But you know what I would never do? I would never, and I would think it would be fiscally irresponsible to apply my morality on my clients' funds, right? Mr. Marshall, would you not agree that people have different moralities, and if your investor is applying their brand of morality on your funds, would you be pleased with your performance?
I would not, but that's the goal of those that initiated ESG concepts to the UN, which said that they wanted to transform the world by creating a global energy economy, as well as being able to set preferred societal values.
Yeah, and Mr. Reyes, the problem is that we have a situation where the tail, folks like Mr. Frakes, is wagging the dog, because in using his position in voting position to be able to change the direction of companies. And these companies are where our citizens and their retirements are invested.
That's correct. And I wouldn't want anybody's morality, whether it was progressive, conservative, or something in between, voting with my dollars. And when I and my team invested on behalf of others, it was the same. We wouldn't interject our own political preferences or personal preferences.
Well, and the impact on states is unbelievable. We heard from the Illinois is over 100, I saw reports, $110 billion in a pension deficit. It may be more, right? And so the problem is that in order to make that up, is that the state has to kick in more dollars in order to get that fund to be solvent. That's what happens in every state. When you become below a particular level of solvency for your pension, you start having to kick in more. And the impact on the taxpayers is devastating. So yeah, we can talk about whatever moral decision that you want to make. You can make voting right decisions to direct people's money towards your brand of morality. But when you mess around with other people's money and they get hurt, who pays? Do you? No, you don't pay. They do. And that's what this is about. We're trying to make sure that people are not messing around with retirees' funds. So let me ask this question. It was mentioned that we are not able to, we just want to have more information out there. So let me ask a question. Mr. Marshall, and you guys can go down the line, just say, in Missouri, our treasurer issued a rule that said, if your money manager is using ESG in their metrics, then your client should probably know about that, right? More information would be good information. Would you agree with that?
I don't disagree at all.
Mr. Reyes, do you agree with that?
Agreed.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Frakes? More information is good information?
Mike Frakes, I agree with that. And I disclose all this on our website. We are public and transparent.
Okay.
I agree with you. But I would disagree with your statement that this is about me pushing my values. This is about pushing value for companies. When we hold
right, and Mr. Frakes, businesses are not going to heaven or hell, are they? There's no.
But businesses do declare bankruptcy, like Purdue Pharma.
Well, that was
a bad
math.
investment.
That is math. Math is not more. There's no morality to math. I'm reclaiming that statement. But again, I reiterate that as an investment advisor who actually had to deal with clients and actually worry and stress about whether or not, when they're making that decision, I'm retiring, am I going to make it all the way through? And you're sweating that for them, you're stressing about that for them. It's not your money. But when you know them and you're looking them in the eye, you know that you cannot mess around with their money and you apply your morality. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.